G'day Az Nation, thank you for checking out this video guys, and today's video is all about my setup. Now a couple of months ago I did my gaming setup, but today we're going to look more in depth with every single thing I actually use when it comes to my YouTube channel. Now we're going to start off sweet and simple with my phone, because I do have to use my camera on my phone every now and then when I can't either use my backup or my primary camera. So for anyone that is unaware, I use a Samsung Galaxy S8. That is the phone that I rock. Jumping into my backup camera, this is a Canon point and shoot G7X Mark II. Really good camera because it can fit in your pocket and it's got a really good lens and sensor in it. Obviously rocking the Joby hybrid Gorilla Pod. The only problem with this camera is that it's an internally built microphone. Other than that, absolutely fantastic camera to have as a backup. Jumping into my main camera, I use a Canon EOS 80D. This is a DSLR camera and you can see it is quite large. Now the lens has been changed from what it comes with straight out of the box to a 10x18mm lens. As you can see, it's a very wide angle lens, but it doesn't have a lot of zoom. The microphone sitting on top of it is a Rode VideoMic Pro microphone and it is absolutely amazing and crisp. Again, on this camera, we use the Joby SLR Gorilla Pod. But enough about some of the things I use while I'm vlogging. Let's look into some of the things that have changed downstairs in my office and what affects the live streams and the uploads. So first of all, I run NBN. If you don't know what NBN is, it's National Broadband Network. It's Australia's fastest internet. And you can see I have two blue cables sitting out the back here. Now my internet speeds are 100 download and 50 upload, and I run two 30-meter Ethernet cables that go all the way downstairs and all the way to the back of my PlayStation and the back of my computer. Now while we're on the subject of computers, I use two computers. This is my Lenovo. This is a very basic computer, runs an Intel i3 processor I think. I only use this computer to edit my programs with because it is my basic cheapo, like I chuck it in my bag if I need to go somewhere, basic computer. And then we have my primary computer. Now I know I keep saying computer, but obviously I mean laptop. This is my Dell. This is the one that I stream through with OBS. Now quickly, a couple of stats on this computer. 4 gig dedicated graphics card, 16 gig RAM, Intel i7 quad-core processor. This is a really good laptop, and this is what I stream through OBS with. So obviously I'm still using the same chair as what I was in the last time I did this video. I usually only update my chairs when I snap them. That's why I got this chair in the first place, was because I snapped my last chair. Now as you can see where I'm sitting right now, you could probably say that it's a little bit dark, and I would say it is. So let's fire up the lights that I use when I stream. First light I use is obviously my ceiling light. Not a massive amount of extra light, but I always have it on. Followed up with my floodlights. Now these are 6000K, which is 6000 Kelvin, which is a white light. We'll fire them up and I'll show you what they look like. I have to get down here every single time to turn these on. There is no power button, you just gotta plug them in. And they're the white lights. So now obviously sitting back in the same chair, I am much more well lit. There will be quite a few times where if I'm filming a video over at my other table, I will bring those lights over for additional light. Now we're gonna start off with my Xbox because I don't use my Xbox very often, and some of the things that I use with my Xbox. So if anyone doesn't know, I have a limited edition Lunar White controller. They stopped making these, but they have actually brought these back into production with a different name though, but I use a standard Xbox One controller. I do not use any grips on my Xbox One controller because I like how the toggles feel as they are. Now the headset that I use on my Xbox is Turtle Beach's. I've always been a Turtle Beach man. I use Recon X50's Turtle Beach's. This is like Turtle Beach's entry level. They aren't massively expensive, but I don't use my Xbox that much to really warrant going out and getting a super expensive headset. And obviously I just use the standard old school Xbox One with 500 gig of data. Jumping into what I use when I'm streaming, before I just quickly jump into what I use on my PlayStation. So here we have my boom. This is what my microphone is connected to when I am live streaming. You can only ever hear me through this microphone when I am talking through my computer, so therefore only my stream. The microphone that I use here is an Audio-Technica USB microphone. It can be used in OBS. It can even be plugged straight into a PlayStation 4 and used in a PS4. The thing that you see here on the other side of it is just a pop filter. So you don't really hear me breathing, and you don't really hear like noises coming through the microphone when I'm talking. Now this in particular microphone is a condenser microphone. That means it picks up a lot of the noise around me. The microphone on top of my camera is a dynamic microphone which really focuses on the audio that is directly in front of it. I mainly went for the condenser microphone here because I generally wanted the area around the microphone for that noise to be picked up. Now this is the Logitech camera that I use in OBS. Now obviously it is a 1080 camera, 60 frames. I kind of regret getting this camera. I wish I'd spent a little bit of extra money and gone for the one up above this, but this one does the job perfectly fine. Now jumping into my actual PlayStation setup. Now a lot of people ask me, I use a standard PlayStation 4 controller. I do use a grip on it. This grip is worn out. I definitely need a new one, but I use a standard PlayStation 4 controller because I play with stick and move. The headset I use are Astro A50s. These are Gen 2 A50s. There is a model newer out after these, but to be honest, these are still perfectly fine in doing the job that I need. There is a wireless receiver connected to the back of the PlayStation that sends the signal to the Astros, so because they are wireless, they do need to be charged every now and then, but with me having a super long cables, they're perfectly fine. The charging it isn't that bad, especially because Astro will actually give you a stand to dock your headset to. Last handful of things about my setup. Obviously, my monitor. Now I run a BenQ monitor. It is a 27-inch monitor and it is a part of the RL series. Always here, I always leave myself notes for when I am streaming just to make sure that I don't come out of line about anything I say and to always try to keep my streams as positive as possible. Now comes the scary part. What is behind the monitor? My cable management is awful, and you guys are about to see why. So back here, we have the definition of poor cable management. Obviously, I have my Elgato HD60. That is what I'm running right now. I have my old Elgato sitting back here. This is literally just doing nothing but growing dust, so that can just go back there. Obviously, you can see we have two Ethernet cables. They started from all the way upstairs. I have my old PlayStation 4 camera doing nothing. If the fact that this is still here behind my setup and I haven't streamed through the PlayStation for months, that gives you a bit of an understanding of what my cable management is really like. Obviously, we also have the Astro A50 wireless router back here as well. So guys, that is my entire setup. If there's anything more you guys would like to know, feel free to leave a comment down below asking, like for example, the editing program I use is Filmora, or if there's anything at all you would like to know about my setup, just feel free to ask in the comments down below, guys. If you did enjoy this video of me trying to share with you guys what I use, so if you are looking for something that you want to use for your own channel, leave a thumbs up on the video to show support. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, guys. My name is Azza. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you later.